Yo, what's going on? So Furina is finally back in patch 4.7 of Genshin Impact. Just gonna get my thoughts on whether or not you should give her a chance if you missed her last time or if you're just new to the game. I managed to get her on her first banner, so I've had a decent chunk of time with her, and to just be straight up with you, she's an absolute must pull for any long time players that don't have her already. She has the same amount of staying power as Bennett or Nahida, so you can kind of throw her in any team so long as you're able to max out her party buff. This is why I won't say she's a must pull for newer players as well, unless you just really like her character design, animation, or personality, since newer players may not have the healers needed to take full advantage of her. That's not to say she should be a hard skip, just something for you to keep in mind if you do decide to pull for her. If you are a long time player or new and you don't have Baizu, Jean, Charlotte, Cloud Retainer, or Siegewin that just came out alongside Furina's rerun, you may have a difficult time maxing out Furina's party-wide damage buff, as it requires you to heal the entire party consistently, either in a big burst or with decent HP regen takes over time. All of the healers I just listed can do this pretty easily with some small investment, so if you have any of them, definitely give Furina a chance. If you don't, you can still work around it. Barbara with a crackhead amount of ER and a Favonius weapon can get you there, but good luck with that. With that said, she's still quite flexible when it comes to teams. You can run her in almost any setup, whether it's a Dendro comp, a Vape comp, or a Freeze comp, since she provides all-field hydro damage with her skill and a full party-wide damage buff, which even 4 years in is still pretty rare in the game. She's also really straightforward to build since her skill and ult both scale off of HP. She can kinda have energy problems depending on what team you're running, but I've been able to get by with about 130 to 150 ER. To auto on cooldown consistently, your go-to for artifacts is also really good since the domain drops a set that allows whoever your main on-field DPS is in the party to take advantage of the party-wide HP drain from her skill, which is from the Hunter set domain in Fontaine. This gives you a free 36% crit rate just from having her skill active in combat, as your HP is reduced or increased. The other set from the exact same domain is perfect for her. It gives a 70% skill damage bonus so long as she's off field. Again, she doesn't need a crazy set of artifacts to pop off. Just give her as much HP as you can depending on your ER substats. You can run an HP Sands. If you don't have a set with much ER on it, there's nothing wrong with running an ER Sands. Instead, until you do get enough ER subs to go full HP, her skill actually does some pretty crazy damage as you level it up. So you do want to try and give her a positive crit ratio. If you have to run a crit rate circlet, run it. Her personal damage is not to be ignored, as she also receives the 75% damage bonus alongside the rest of the party from her ult, which does let you run an HP goblet. For weapons, she's again really easy to slot in. There's a free weapon from Fishing in Fontaine that gives ER and skill damage crit rate if you aren't a long time player. If you are, Festering Desire works just fine since it gives skill damage, crit rate, and ER. Her signature weapon is really good for her since it gives HP, skill damage, and crit damage, which can make up for some of your missing substats or main stat rolls if you don't have a good crit damage circlet with HP, crit rate, or ER. All in all, she's definitely worth giving a shot if you're able to get her. She is pretty future-proof, being the only character able to drain the entire party's HP, which could be a returning mechanic on any future characters to take advantage of. There's also an entire artifact set that fills any crit ratio stat gap you may currently have, so long as using Furina is your intention. But that's all. Good luck in your pulls. Make sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. Thanks for watching.
いらないの